Hey, Mark here, Wis.Gardener. Thought I'd do a quick look at our garden here. It looks like a mess, but it's just kind of the way things happen for me. Got a lot of work around here. Just show you what's going on here. Compost back there. This stuff here reseeds itself. This is called mountain spinach. It's not too bad. You can eat it. We eat it in salads and cook some of it. Here's a hollyhock. I'm not sure how that plant got there originally, but that thing's going to be a monster. Doing pretty good. Lettuce. This is a Hungarian lettuce. Let a few of those go to seed, and this is what I get. A whole bed of them. These are about ready for the compost pile. Here's an interesting thing I'm doing this year. See people putting potatoes in buckets and bags and whatnot. Well, this is going to be my experiment. I got 14 German butterball potatoes in here, and I started them out ground level. And if we can see this real good, and then I keep filling it up with dirt. I'm not sure if I should keep putting dirt in there or what, but later on, when these are all done, we're going to open that up and see what we get. These here are some of the ratte. It's just French for rat. Those are ones I grew last year. I had some left over, so I just threw them in here, and we'll see how that goes. This is my all corn patch here. Not coming up yet. I had germinated it in the basement though, so it should be going. Here's my other potatoes that I'm growing conventionally. These are the German butterballs. And then back of those we have these. This is a red variety. I think it's sangre. That's how you pronounce that word. Now we got these from Seed Savers. Another thing we got going here to reseed it itself. Got some ground cherries. I had a couple videos of my ground cherries. Wasn't too sure if they're going to be coming up, but they did. So there's one. Got them coming up all over the place here now. So we'll leave a couple of them go. Tomato plants. Tomato plants I think are doing really good. Got quite a few in. I got 1, 2, 3 back here. And then we got a garden full of them here. These plants have only been in the ground now for about a month. I started these by seed the end of March, first part of April. Actually, it was the last day of March I think I planted the seeds. And planted them out here in the last week of May. And they're doing good. I'm getting tomatoes on them already. And so I'm kind of excited about this. Got different varieties in there again, some new ones. This is a big Zac. Let's see how these do. Got 2 of them. There's a giant Belgium and some other ones. Pepper plants are doing pretty good. I think I probably should have clipped off the flowers. I did on some of them, some I didn't. They're getting peppers on them already. And not real big, but peppers are. These are jalapenos. Let's see, just calls it jalapeno. So those are doing pretty good. Quite a few pepper plants in here. Got different varieties. Some that I've planted before, some new ones. So that's doing good. Back over here, got some of my berries. This is a gooseberry. Don't see no berries on it. It's kind of a lot of new growth. Here's a little bit older bush. A lot of berries growing on that one. Got a red currant. I'm gonna have to get these covered pretty soon. The birds will be after them. Black currant. Here's a elderberry. Got that from my stepdaughter a few years ago, and the thing turned into a monster. Blueberry bushes. Bushes are looking pretty good, but I've been in there about 3 years or so, and I still haven't gotten any blueberries off of them. This is my asparagus bed. Asparagus just does not do well for me. So I tied them up, cut off some of the stuff so they don't, the ferns off of them tip over on me, because I planted some strawberries in here. Albion, that's what we got. There's another ground cherry. I'm going to leave that one grow. And we'll see what happens with that. Green onions, some radishes. Radishes just are not doing good this year for some reason. Here's some of my winter onions. They got a little bit wiped out last year. They got a lot of mildew and something on them. So we'll be planting those little bulblets that grow on the top of them for onions for next spring. Some stuff. Here's some kohlrabis. We got them going again. Here's my garlic bed. Got that going. That we planted that in last October, I believe it was, late November. Here's my hot peppers. These are the scorpion, and these plants are looking, I think, pretty healthy. Let's see what we get there. These are Trinidad Moruga, I think you pronounce that. So, see what goes on with them things. Celery. So that growing, parsley. Put my irrigation in here, but so far we've had a pretty wet spring, so I haven't needed that. Rhubarb patch. Onions. I think I overdid it in onions this year. I got like 400 onion plants planted. This is Red River here. I got Red River, I got some Cipolinis, I got some Highlanders, some big boys, some copra in there. Here's some plants that came up from last year, parsnips. Thought we'd let them go and get some seed. They're biennial, so last year we had the parsnip, grew just like a carrot, and I missed a couple of them. They were in the ground and started growing in the spring. And they're biennial, so now this year they got their flowers on. Show you something here. Earlier video I've made of my tomato plant that I grew in the basement, still living. Brought it out here. Just really got to watch the water though. It's only a 3-gallon bucket I got it in. You can see we're getting some ripe tomatoes, still getting ripe tomatoes. There's one there that could probably be picked. So I'm going to just keep it going. I probably should have stuck it in the ground. I got that in a bag here. Besides, try to keep the dirt in so it doesn't drain out the bottom. Probably pull that out and put it in the ground. But anyway, I didn't. So here's the tomato plant. The other thing we grew is, this is looking really ratty, but here's my cucumber, Isnik. Had that in a bucket down in the basement. Got a couple off down there, but brought it out here. Here's a cucumber that's about ready to be picked. Well, the vines are looking pretty ratty. I've been picking the leaves off as they go bad, but down here at the end, this is diatomaceous earth, that dust. That's not too bad. This one should definitely be picked. Matter of fact, I think we'll take that one in the house. And cole crops, we got some, I think 3 different varieties of, well, here's some more kohlrabis. These are, we got some of the giant kohlrabis in there, and then some of the white Vienna. Oops, there goes a white butterfly, that's not a good sign. And let's see, slips my mind right now. Collards. I got, I think, 3 different varieties of collards growing here. Oh, there's some cabbage. Collards. And some kale. You notice I got a lot of, looks like weeds growing all over the place here, but this is dill. I usually let that go to flower, and it seeds itself, and I don't get it all pulled out. Pull out some of it, but kind of overdoes itself. And that's coriander, or let them go to flower. The little bees and bugs, they really like that, so they come around. Got a couple zucchinis planted in there. Borage. This borage, this will reseed itself. That comes up like weeds, but the bees really like those flowers, so I leave a few of them go. So that's about it. Different things going up. There's my chicken coop down there. Don't have no chickens yet, but we're gonna get 4 chickens, I guess. That's what we're allowed here in the town. So there you have it. Some stuff got wiped out in the winter time. My grapevines. Let's go show you this poor thing. This was a Niagara grape right here that I was looking at, and last year the thing was like a weed, And the winter really took its toll. We had a pretty cold winter. And that one there, that's a Concord. Didn't do quite so bad. There's a lot of dead stuff, but a lot of it's coming back here. Carrots, they're getting going. Just taking them a while, but as long as I can keep the rabbits and deer out of here. I'll be covering these up shortly here. Put a little tent over them. Last year the darn deer ate all the tops off. So that's the garden. I know it's not real pretty, but it's my garden.